Hi folks, welcome back to the channel. Thanks for clicking on the video as always. I've got a big grin on my face because as you've seen the weather is amazing. The UK, if you're not from the UK, we've been in a cold spell the last week or so. Unusually cold, especially for this early on in winter in December. Where I live it didn't get much above -5 all week. But just some beautiful weather, just really high pressure cold, crisp underfoot, just fantastic. The first dump of snow came last weekend, but I was recovering from some kind of bug that's going around. Just this COVID type thing with the chesty cough afterwards and things, so I didn't want to push it. So I was really hoping that it hung on, and it has. And as you saw on the way in, there's quite a lot of snow where I am here in South Loch Ness. It's quite mild at the moment. It's back up to sort of 1 degrees, so the snow is quite heavy and wet again, which is a little disappointing because honestly the weather through the week was just stunning. But it's still going to be good. I'm glad there's plenty of snow. But yeah, I've got the hot tent, the ROCDOMUS hot tent, which you saw in my last video with Luke. But this time I'm actually going to set it up with the hammock. We're going to have the stove obviously as well, and just for something a bit different I decided to take some gear in on the sledge. It's just a cheap sledge, just £20, just your normal plastic sledge, just to make it feel a bit, like I'm in Scandinavia or Canada, something like that. And yeah, it's really good. It's enabled me to bring quite a lot of gear, quite a lot of bulky heavy gear, which is the aim. I just want to come out and have some fun. So yeah, we'll get set up. It's about 10 o'clock in the morning now, so it's basically get all the shelter set up, probably have some lunch, then afternoon making sure I've got enough firewood before it gets dark. It gets dark about 3:30 now. So yeah, we'll get set up and see how we get on. That, and then I've just got this poly bag, whoops, but yeah, I've got the wood stove. Just got the wood stove, tent, the hammock. I've got a chair with me, a new chair, my sleeping mat, dog bed, and my sleeping bag, which is quite a lot of bulk in the bag, so it's nice to just chuck it on here. I'll get the tent out. I'll cover this at the moment because it's sort of 1 degrees. The snow's melting on the branches of the trees, so it's getting quite wet underneath, almost like it's raining. So I think I've had the hammock set up here before, so I know the hammock fits. It might just be a touch too small for the tent in terms of width, but we'll get it out and have a look. So even though this tent's got tie outs, I don't really like them, to be honest, so I'm just going to use a ridge line. It's just bank line, nothing special. It's got a bowline knot at one end and I pass it through around that tree, and then I'll do I think it's a trucker's hitch it's called on the other side. So yeah, there we go, there's the bowline knot. So I just pass it around the tree and we'll try and get this as high as possible, and I literally just pass it through like that. And that stays on that side. Yeah, you wrap the tag end round the tree, wrap round with your fingers, to make a loop, grab this loop, or grab this part of the ridgeline, pull it through to make that loop, and you pass that through, and then sort of tension it back to the tree, and then it's just a case of tying it off to itself. But I like to put this through twice because it just gives you a bit of added tension, so you can almost pull that taut to a point and not even have to tighten it. But obviously that's not going to stay there forever, so yeah, just create a loop, pull that through to tie it off. I usually get a wee toggle, that'll do, just some little bit of stick. You can put that through that loop and then pull it back again, and then that'll stop it slipping out. Just whilst I'm putting this up, myself and Luke found out last time that it's actually easier to tie this out first, and then the bottom section hangs more square like it's supposed to, whereas if you try and peg this out first, you get more of an angle, and then this looks a bit strange and you can't really get it taut. So I'll peg these out first, and then that gets pegged straight down, if that makes sense. Right, so that's the tent set up. The shape's not too bad. I could do with a bit more room, but it'll do the job. Take you inside, so there's some bits that they're not quite straight, but it's taut enough and it's fine. And I'll fill in some of the air gaps with some of the snow in here. I've already done that already. So now I'm going to have a go at setting up the hammock. It's just the DD Frontline XL again. You've seen it in previous videos, but some of you will be glad to know that I went for the whoopee sling upgrade, and I was messing about with it at home, and yeah, I can see how it's easier, especially for adjusting your hammock. So I'll get that set up now and see how this is going to hang sort of within the tent and also not get in the way. There's plenty of room, but it's just I can't really picture it at the moment. But we'll have a go and see what it's like. With the whoopee slings, hopefully you can see that. You've basically got this tree hugger strap that connects to the carabiner, and then the carabiner connects to the cord that goes through the hammock itself. So this is a little bit awkward, but so I'll feed that round the tree. I don't think I'm going to get around again. Or will I? Maybe. I'm only getting round the tree once with that one. Yeah, so this basically wraps around the tree. These come together. You go in there like that, and then this will connect into the hammock. Like that. So yeah, this kind of cord system replaces the old webbing in the hammock. Then it just clicks in like that, and then you can adjust with this cord. So it's incredibly easy. I'll get the other end. I've adjusted it, plenty of space, it should be good. Right folks, that's 5 o'clock, pitch black now. I didn't mess around after lunch. I just got a load of firewood cut and set up the bed and things. I don't know if you can see that. Yeah, finished setting up the bed, got Darach's bed and just all the other bits and pieces for the evening. It's about 0 degrees I think at the moment, between 0 and 1 degrees. I just looked at the forecast actually, and it says it could dip to -4 tonight, which is a bit colder than was forecast earlier, but that's fine. We'll be fine in here and in the hammock. What else have we got? Oh, we've got some cinnamon rolls as well. I don't know whether I have them tonight or in the morning, although I've got bacon rolls for the morning as well, so yeah, maybe have them tonight. And then I've got a mince pie and some mulled wine to put on too, so we're gonna get a little bit festive. But yeah, I'm quite happy with the hammock in here. There's loads of room. I've got loads of space here around the stove. Darach's got loads of room. I don't know whether he'll stay in his bed or jump in the hammock with me later on. We'll see. See how much he dries out. But yeah, we'll get sorted out here, and we'll start preparing dinner, and I'll bring you back for that. You want a bit of cheese? Might have to open the door in a minute because it's getting a bit too smoky in here. Definitely smell good. I'm gonna get this or some of this mulled wine on. I already had a sip, I couldn't resist, but it's just not the same when it's chilled. So I'll just have a wee half a cup. I'll have this mince pie as well. It gets a bit tricky at this time of year to film these videos because, you know, I'm sitting in the dark in or by a wood stove. There's not really much I can show you, you know, and it's nothing you haven't seen before. Darach's pretty much dried out now. The cold doesn't bother him at all. Quite comfortable. Hey, you comfortable? Fine. Oh, there you are. Good boy. You've seen the mince pie, haven't you? Alright guys, that's the mulled wine. Oh, it's so good. But yeah, I just wanted to say quickly, this will be my last video before Christmas. I'm not sure when it'll be out. It may even be out just after Christmas. So yeah, I just wanted to say Merry Christmas and thanks everyone for watching the video and all the support this year. But yeah, whatever you're doing over the festive break, even if you don't celebrate, I suppose even if you're not getting a break, I hope things go as well as they can do. I'm not overly fussed for Christmas, to be honest. Or certainly the commercial Christmas that we've created, I don't have time for it. I really don't. But it is one of my favourite times of the year in terms of the weather and the food and these kind of things. So I still enjoy it. But yeah, the Christmas nonsense, putting the tree up on the 1st of November and all this kind of stuff, just not for me. But anyway, yes, Merry Christmas, Happy Holidays, and thanks again for watching. Well, it's currently 10 o'clock and I thought good time to go to bed, and then I decided no, I'm going to eat cinnamon rolls instead, because why not? Right guys, that is just coming up 11 o'clock, so I'm going to get in the hammock and go to sleep. Been a pretty relaxed evening, had some nice food, bit of mulled wine. It's nice and cozy in the tent here. I think it's about 0 outside, but not really feeling it at all. Darach's very comfortable as well. I don't know if you can actually see him. So yeah, we'll get sorted out and get into the hammock. I don't know if Darach gonna join me. Probably want to. He'll be warm enough by the fire at the moment. Obviously that'll die down through the night. So I don't know whether to just take him in straight away or not. But yeah, I'm getting pretty tired now, so I'll see you in the morning. Morning folks. It's 7 o'clock. A little bit chilly, although warm enough in the sleeping bag in the hammock, but it must be -2 or 3, I think. Slept okay, but the trees are a bit too close for these whoopee slings. If you don't have them, it's a little hard to explain. But with the original, I can't think what the word is right now, webbing, you can you can really cinch the hammock up close to the tree if you've got limited space, whereas these whoopee slings you can't. So the angle is a bit off for this, so it's okay, but not the most comfortable. So I'll have to remember that in future. But yeah, I don't know if you can see Darach's in with me. It was a bit chilly last night, so he lasted about maybe an hour or so, I think. I think as the fire started to die down, he was
keen to jump in here, which is fine, helps keep me warm as well. But yeah, I'm gonna get up in a minute and get the fire on and get some coffee. It's just so nice having a wood stove, honestly. Just, you can get up, stay in the shelter, as long as you prepared a few fire sticks the night before, get the fire going in minutes, and warm again. Oh, it's good. Right guys, it's 10:30. Finished breakfast and I was just chilling out for a bit. I was just going to start packing the hammock and sleep system away, but I thought I would just mention it because I know people get interested in this kind of thing. The hammock is just the Frontline XL from DD. I'm just using it without the spreader bars and the bug net, obviously. The underquilt is just the standard DD hammocks underquilt, no sort of special winter underquilt at all. And that was more than comfortable last night. Then I've also got my little pillow. My bag is my Snugpak Softy Elite 3, which you've seen on pretty much every trip now. And like I say, that's fine. And I've got a Sea to Summit sleeping bag liner, which just helps the capacity of this bag just a little bit more. I've been out in -10 in this bag with this liner, and I've been okay. You know, a little cold by the morning, but not too bad. And then this is just a thin fleece blanket that I use for Darach. It was like a tenner or something like that, but it just gives him a bit of extra comfort. Probably wasn't needed, especially when he was in the bag with me, but yeah. So I'll get this packed up now. I'll get pretty much everything in here packed away. That's another good point about this tent, is I can almost completely pack up in the warm, in the dry, and not worry about things getting soaked. So yeah, I'll do that now. I'll go and get all my dishes washed down at the Loch as well, and then think about getting out of here. Right guys, that's me for this video. I think I've just got the tent and the wood stove to deal with now, and I'll throw it on the sledge and get out of here. Like I say, I might have quite a lot of digging to get the van out, so I'm keen to get back earlier rather than later. Yeah, just wanted to get this quick video out before Christmas, although it may come out after Christmas, not sure yet, but definitely around Christmas. I've got 2 weeks off for the Christmas break, so I'm hoping to get out again, but obviously those videos will be out after Christmas as well. So yeah, I'll leave it there, and like I said earlier on in the video, I hope you have a good Christmas or a good break, whatever you're doing, and I will see you on the next video.